The diner hummed with its usual midday crowd-clinking silverware, low conversations, and the hiss of a coffee machine behind the counter. A teenage girl, Jenna, wheeled herself slowly to a booth in the corner. She moved with quiet resolve, her face unreadable, but her hands betrayed her nerves. They trembled faintly on the wheels of her chair. A group of rough-looking bikers near the entrance turned their attention to her. One of them, Jake, leaned forward with a smirk that didn't quite reach his eyes. "Hey, sweetheart, need some help walking to your table?" The others laughed cruelly. Jenna didn't respond. She simply wheeled herself away without a word, her gaze fixed ahead, trying to stay invisible. But they didn't let up. Another biker snorted. "Maybe she's mute, too. What kind of place lets these people in?" The nearby tables grew quieter. The air began to shift. A waiter, clearly uncomfortable, approached with hesitation. "Sir, please," he offered carefully. Jake waved him off, chuckling. "Nah, it's cool. We're just having fun. It's a free country, right?" Jenna's voice cut through the tension, soft but steady. "I just want to eat in peace." Jake leaned in closer, his voice low and mocking. "Peace? You think life gives peace? You're in the wrong place, girl." They laughed again. Jenna lowered her head, eyes stinging, trying not to break. A couple in the back stood up and left. Another woman shook her head in disgust. The waitress stood frozen, unsure what to do. No one moved. Then the bell above the diner door rang. She entered like thunder in silent stall, powerful, commanding, a black woman in her 40s, leather jacket, boots, and an unshakable presence. Carmen Lewis. Her eyes scanned the room until they landed on Jenna. Jenna looked up, her fear momentarily replaced with something else. Relief. Carmen walked over, calm but radiating strength, and placed a firm, protective hand on Jenna's shoulder. "That your idea of entertainment?" she asked the bikers, her voice quiet but razor-sharp. "Bullying a teenage girl in a wheelchair." Jake chuckled nervously, trying to save face. "What's it to you, lady?" Carmen didn't flinch. She reached into her jacket, pulled out a badge, and dropped it on the table with a satisfying thud. "Lieutenant Carmen Lewis, Internal Affairs." The room fell completely silent. "And you just harassed a federal contractor's daughter." The smirks evaporated. Carmen continued, her tone measured but ice-cold. "Jenna Blackwell. Her mother is the woman building your town's veteran housing. You didn't just cross a line, you stomped on it." Jenna stared at her, eyes wide with emotion. Carmen turned to the room. Who saw what happened? Hands went up. Phones were still recording. The waitress stepped forward, her hesitation now replaced with fury. "I saw everything," she snapped. "They wouldn't leave her alone. Treated her like she was nothing." Carmen faced the bikers again. "You know what happens when a federal contractor files harassment charges? You get blacklisted. That mark follows you for life." The bikers shifted uncomfortably, all their bravado gone. Jake muttered, "We didn't mean anything." Carmen didn't blink. "Save it. You've got 60 seconds to walk out of this diner before I have you arrested." They left without another word. No threats, no pride, just silence. The door swung shut behind them. Jenna watched them go, not with anger, but with a quiet dignity that shamed them more than anything Carmen could have said. Carmen slid into the booth beside her. "You handled that with more grace than most grown men would. I'm proud of you." Jenna blinked back tears. Thanks. I just wanted to be invisible, but maybe I shouldn't be. Never dim your light for anyone, Carmen said softly. You've got your mother's courage. Jenna nodded, and for the first time that day, she allowed herself to feel safe. People around the diner now offered her small nods and warm smiles. One by one, they turned toward her not in pity, but in respect. The waitress returned with a slice of warm pie. For the bravest girl in the room, she said gently. Jenna smiled through her tears. As the sun set outside, golden light filled the booth. The camera lingered for a moment on the empty seats where the bikers once sat, now vacant. Their power gone. Across the room, Jenna sat beside Carmen, a quiet hero, no longer hiding. They thought she was weak, they thought she'd break. But when the world tried to shame her, Karma walked in wearing leather.